Hey class, how you doing? This is Mr. Bean here. Give you guys a brief overview of AP Physics 1 and take a look at the slide here. And AP Physics 1 is essentially a introductory algebra-based college level physics course. We're going to talk about fundamental concepts: motion, force, Newton's laws, gravity, energy, momentum, circuits, and sound, and a little bit of wave action. And this is designed to be a first year physics course, which you can take without any physics experience. Okay, and let's see what else we got here. All right, so AP Physics 1. So before we get into it, so these are the various topics here: relativity, there's sound, electricity, magnetism, mechanics, heat, condensed matter physics, that's like the Bose-Einstein condensate, nanotechnology, nuclear physics, fission and fusion, quantum physics, atomic structure, how the atom behaves, uh, relativity, general relativity, what happens when you approach the speed of light, or what happens if you get near an intense gravitational field, sound and hearing, the Doppler effect, light and vision, color, wave motion, optics, astrophysics. That's a little bit about my background. My background is in astrophysics, and I just essentially enjoy and I just love physics in general. All right, and here AP Physics 1. One of the major topics, of course, is going to be mechanics, velocity, acceleration, Newton's laws, mass, talk about gravity and forces, work, energy, and power is a huge component, conservation laws, the conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, and talk a little bit about circular motion, orbits, not so much orbits, but we'll talk a little bit about it, rotation, torques, and equilibrium, vector operations, and that's essentially mechanics. Okay, periodic motion. Talk a little bit about elasticity, how things stretch, uh, Hooke's law, how things behave when they're being stretched, elastic potential energy, the pendulum. Talk about period and frequency, how waves move, resonance, standing waves, harmonics, simple harmonic motion. So these are all things covered in simple or periodic motion. And then electricity and magnetism. We're going to talk a little bit about electric charge, Coulomb's law, okay, voltage, how to measure voltage, electric current, talk about circuit elements, a resistor, electric power, DC circuits, voltage law, current law, and Ohm's law will be covered in in our unit on electricity. And a little bit about sound and hearing. Talk about how we hear, that's pitch, uh, how sound propagates, how it's reflected, maybe some interference, some resonance, standing waves and beats, strings, air column, the Doppler effect. So these are things that we'll be covering when we get into sound. And there's the units here. We're going to have basically 10 units that we're going to cover, unit 1 through 10 here, as you can see. And unit 1 will be kinematics, which is talking about position, velocity, acceleration, how things move, and how we represent motion using graphs. And we're going to probably 8 classes, 4 of them which we will cover over the summertime. Then we're going to get into dynamics, unit 2, which is Newton's laws, how Newton's first law, second law, third law, and we talk a little about friction, ramps, and pulleys. Then we'll get into about 5 classes talking about circular motion and gravity, how planets move, centripetal acceleration. It's a cool, very interesting topic. Unit 4 will be energy, 9 to 10 classes on energy, talk about work, mechanical energy, and the conservation of energy. Okay. Unit 5 will be momentum. We'll try to hit this before Christmas break, but I think we might start this here in the spring semester, but we might hopefully finish it before Christmas break. Talk a little about impulse, collisions, um, and so on and so forth. Unit 6 is simple harmonic motion, uh, the pendulum, and also where does a sine curve come from? Okay. Unit 7 is torque and rotational motion, how things move in rotating situations here. Uh, Unit 8 will be electric charge, electric force, Coulomb's law, about 2 classes or so. And then Unit 9 will be DC circuits, definition of a circuit, resistivity, Ohm's law, and just kind of a cool light bulbs and voltage. And I really enjoy this unit. And then finally, we'll end with Unit 10, mechanical waves and sound, talk about wave properties, periodic waves, superposition, the Doppler effect, beat frequency, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so this is a kind of a brief overview of AP Physics 1. It's an incredible journey, and I'll be more than happy to take this journey with you. All right.